Hello, noble ones, and welcome to Metatron's Academy. So as a Sicilian, I always like to look through the internet and find those videos that tell me, hey, Sicilian is actually similar to this language or the other language. And we have checked out Sicilian and Arabic, Sicilian and Greek, but today I found some very interesting stuff. So as you can see here, we got two videos from two very interesting channels, namely Ecolinguist and Bahadur Alast, that actually speak about something fascinating. The similarities between Arberesh and Sicilian, and then comparing it with also Albanian. Now, given, whenever I hear or listen to Albanian, I understand absolutely nothing. Nothing. I don't understand anything. I understand a lot more Romanian than I do Albanian for obvious reasons, Romanian being a Romance language. However, I've never listened to Arbëresh. For those who don't know, Arbëresh is kind of a variety, or linguistic variety of Albanian, and it is spoken by some people in Italy, or Arbëresh people, I don't know how to pronounce it by the way, in Italy. And there are some sections of Sicily where this language is spoken, and I am aware of that. So without further ado, let's check it out.
Mirë se na erdhe te kanali Ecolinguist. Sot, in questo episodio, ka shohëm na litint sicilianëra e albanisërat më të ndrëngojnë gluhën arbëreshe e Sicilies. U jam Martin Di Maggio, o Tinuc në gluhën arbëreshe, u Levenghirterë, marri Londra, e jam anglo-arbëresh. Chore ime di descendenza ist Sundachstina o Santa Cristina Gella, një chor shumë e vogël dans Palermes in Sicilia.
Yeah, so far, only place names. I haven't understood much of what he said.
E kam shumë kushërintmi dhe me te chore arbreshvet, o Piana degli Albanesi in italiano.
Of course, Piana degli Albanesi I've been several times. It's not too far from Palermo, and they make fantastic cannoli, by the way. If you want to have the best cannoli ever, you should go, in my opinion, feel free to disagree, but you should go to Piana degli Albanesi. Kind of means the plain of the Albanians, by the way. That's what it means, so the valley of Albanians. What's interesting about that place, now that I think about it, when we did go a couple of times to buy cannoli, actually, they were speaking a language and I could not understand a word. I think that's what it was. It was Arbëresh. Ooh, fascinating. It's coming back to me.
O fikjen e kam mastrunatar. Kam një masters na descrizioni të gluhet in pericolo d'estinzione o gluhet që janë esose.
Danger of extinction, I didn't understand that when it comes to the language. So it's a language minority.
Allora jam sociolinguist me specialistika për gluhet minoritarje. Jam shumë kontent të ju njoh e të participar sot me juve për që dua mirë Arbëreshtin, Sicilianin e Albanizën. Këtu kemi di participantra, një leti Sicilian e një Albani shqiptar. Allora,
yeah, so we've got a Sicilian and an Albanian participating to see how much they can understand. This is, and me, I guess, so two Sicilians. I want to see where this guy is from in Sicily. So we could see if we speak two different varieties, then perhaps we would have words that he understands, but I don't, and vice versa.
njihemi partecipantra.
Ciao a tutti, io sono Roberto e sono di Taormina.
Yeah, he's from Taormina, so different town, different variety than mine, because I'm from Palermo.
Ho quasi 34 anni, parlo italiano, siciliano di Taormina, provincia di Messina, inglese e svedese.
So for those who don't know, his variety is Eastern, my variety is Western.
Përshëndetje të gjithëve, unë jam Franci, jetoj në Austri, jam nga Shqipëria, përveç Shqipes të variantit tosk, flas edhe gjermanisht, anglisht, frëngjisht, luksemburgisht, pak holandisht dhe pak italisht.
Okay.
Yeah, I do not understand Albanian one bit.
In the first activity, you're going to see a sentence. I'm going to read the sentence. It's in Arberesh of Santa Cristina Gella. And I'm going to ask Franz to see if he can understand the grammar and try and figure out what you can understand from the sentence. And I'm going to ask Roberto to look for the Sicilian words and see if he can understand which are the Sicilian words and what they mean for him.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Cool.
We can start with the first sentence. Mëma fugatiarti katre mache që ishe hajën mish të triesa, mosino she rodarjen thiket, burgjetat, lugicellet, estiavukat. Yeah, so Franz, I will give
Personally, nothing.
you a few minutes to write down what you can understand from the Albanian grammar. And Roberto, I will give you a few minutes as well, if you can write down what you understand, what you think might be Sicilian in this sentence. I'll read it again. Mema fugatiarti katramache cheshe chayen misht tetries.
Katremace. 4. What's mace though?
Shegordarian
Mossino sounds vasino in Sicilian, maybe. Otherwise, that's the one I could get.
tiket, borgetat, lugicellet, estiavucat.
Nothing.
Okay, so go ahead and write down what you think.
Maybe
you
the
can
last one makes me think of mouth.
understand from that.
Yeah, I know.
So the first word mama means mother in Albanian, and
Yes.
then I recognized also katre mace, which means four cats or kittens.
I would not have recognized cats, so that must be a lot closer, of course, to Albanian since he's understanding it. Gatto in Sicilian, I would say atto. Naatta, in fact. I would do it in feminine as a basis. Atta. We also use it in Palermo, at least, when we describe someone who's not skilled. Sina atta. You are a female cat. I don't know why, but we do that.
Yes.
That eat
Yeah.
that eat meat at the table.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then I understood also thicket, which means knives.
Wow.
Yeah.
And also the lugicellet, I understood from that lug.
So when it comes to knife in Sicilian, completely different, yeah. Either you just, because Italian is coltello, in Sicilian you could say cutieddu, o cutieddu. But you can also say, like, if it's a specific one, licca sapuni, the soap liquor, but it's a specific type. O licca sapuni, piglia su licca sapuni.
Luga, which means spoon in Albanian.
Oh,
Yeah, perfect. That's exactly right.
wow.
And so then the remaining elements are Sicilian, including the icelle is a Sicilian element within the word lug, which you said means spoon.
It's,
Cellet, because, like, I see.
I mean, it's not easy. It's not
Yeah.
sounding so much. Those are all of those like kitchen related, all those, the
Yeah.
last ones.
Yeah.
But it's hard actually. I'm not having a hint. Bruschetta,
Yeah, I mean, number 4 is similar because I think you pronounce it like tre, and in Sicilian, Italian, quattro becomes quattro. So there is a ch pronunciation in Sicilian, which I think he did too. But yeah, this is mostly not, to me, sounds like otherwise, but I could be wrong.
seems something that could, but maybe if I knew the translation, I could pick up the connection a little bit easier. But like this, it's hard.
It
So
is.
I'm not having a hint. I don't know if it's mosino means like it's a word, or it's like even if.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Is it?
If not, yeah, if not,
Okay.
even
Even if, or if not, I would have thought otherwise. But yeah, that masino, vasino in Sicilian, vasino.
if, yeah,
Because we would say ma se no.
exactly, yeah.
In his area.
Massive, yeah.
That's probably the thing that I could pick most.
And then furatiar is a Sicilian.
Fogattiare.
You might say it differently.
Yeah, fogattiare.
You might not have the same sound exactly.
The reason why he's saying that is because the monstrous differences in vocabulary pronunciation within the different varieties of Sicilian is crazy. So there will be words that will work for me. He won't have a clue, and vice versa. One example is, for instance, how we say a young guy, like a guy, but usually young guy, because in the eastern section they usually say caruso. In my section, western section, we say picciuatto or picciuatto. So completely different.
I guessed a little bit mema, but quatre
Yeah.
looks French to me, read like that, because we'd say quattro, but quatre.
But then again, quattro is in Italian. I would use your Sicilian in this case.
It's similar. But fugatiarti, what can I ask what it means to you, or?
So furatiar means to like shoo away. So Franz said that the mum did something to 4 cats that were eating meat on the table.
Because fuga, it's meant like when something. Fuggire in Italian means to flee. Or
Yeah.
in this case, you meant that she told them to go away.
Now we got what you said fugatiar means. So then this first sentence, mama fugatiarti katramache jeshechayan mishte. So the mother told to go, 4 cats that were eating meat on the table. And then you got mosino. So then what do you think you understand from hordar?
Is burchetta something? But we say forchetta for fork. Is something related to that?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
The other two at the moment they're not ringing any bell.
So stiavuka comes from stagliari avuka.
So I knew it was mouth.
The mouth.
I knew it.
Avuka. Okay.
Yeah.
But like a towel.
Yes, exactly.
I see.
Okay. We would say stuyari avuka.
Stuyari avuka. So I didn't recognize stuyari now that he says it's obvious, but I didn't recognize it. But vuka, I did recognize it as mouth.
Yes.
Exactly.
Stuyari. So is that a word or it's a mix of word, like a name?
It's a compound.
Or a noun and a verb? Is it like a...
Yeah, it's a compound.
It's the name for towel, stiavukat?
Yes. Napkin.
Okay.
Napkin.
Napkin. Yes.
Napkin.
Yeah. The thing that you wipe the mouth with.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Exactly.
Because for us it's the verb. We don't have we call them. We would say tuvaglia also, like for towel, proper towel. And that because stuyari avuka, it's the verb. So
yeah, also when it comes to how to say a tissue or a napkin in Sicilian, it depends, because like in Palermo there is a modern way to say it, which is just take the Italian word and pronounce it the Sicilian Palermo way. So instead of saying fazzoletto, which is like a tissue or a napkin, you can just say fazzoletto. But the word, I think the Sicilian word would be muccaturi, which probably from mucca, umuccaturi. Yeah, umuccaturi.
Yeah, we got the noun from the verb.
from the verb, yes.
Yeah, and so now
I love how smiley this guy is.
we have the mother told the 4 cats that were eating meat to leave the table. If not, they would do something to the knives, the forks, the napkins, and the spoon. But this is a different type of spoon because it has this icella.
It's a small one. It's a teaspoon.
This is a diminutive.
Yeah.
So it is a spoon anyway.
Yeah, it's a teaspoon. Ugucchiaino, yeah.
A proper spoon.
It's a spoon, but it has a diminutive in it. So it's little spoons because icella is a diminutive in Arbëresh that comes from Sicilian.
Yeah, no, I can recognize that.
Okay.
I think yours is without the L. Say?
We would say like
cucchiara,
spoon is cucchiaio in Italian, or cucchiara.
Yep.
Or in this case, the smaller ones would be cucchiarini, little spoons. But you can use other things like for other words we have the thing like ceddi or
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, not with
because the L transforms into a D. That happens a lot.
spoon, but yes, we have it.
So now we have the mother told the 4 cats that were eating meat on the table to leave, because if not, something will happen to the knives, forks, little spoons, and napkins. And then now we're left with hordar.
Hordar.
Yeah, so you will not say the first elements of this word the same way. It will sound different, but it was something that will happen. Allora, traducere a frase na gluchen siciliana e na gluchen albanese.
Okay, gluchen is like language. I'm starting to figure it out. I understood the beginning of this sentence. He said, let's translate the word in Sicilian and the word in Albanese. Gluchen, to me, actually sounds like it's connected to glosas in Greek, but the rest does sound similar to Sicilian indeed.
So let's translate this sentence into Sicilian and Albanian. Jemi pronto?
Po.
Okay, Franz.
Nëna largoi 4 macet që po hanin mishin mbi tavolinën, se për ndryshe do t'i bënin pis thikat, piruint, lugët dhe pecetat.
Interesting. So it's interesting that tavolinen is the only thing I've recognized from the Albanian as a small table or a coffee table, because that sounds a lot like Italian tavolino, but I do not recognize anything else.
Very different.
Yeah, it is.
Pezzetta.
Roberto?
A mamma fece fuori 4 gatti che stavano mangiando carne sopra il tavolo, altrimenti gli gatti avessero alludati cudeddi, fucchetti, cucchiarini e mappini.
I mappine, yeah, a mappina. A mappina is kind of specific though, but it's cool, yeah.
Wow. Also very different.
Yeah, a mappina. And that's why it's so difficult to recognize. There is a lot of Latin in Sicilian. Fici, quattro.
Fici fuori.
Fici fuori.
Furatiari.
Yeah.
Bravo. Allora, continuare con la prossima frase. On this one, we're going to listen to a recording.
Okay.
It's my cousins speaking to each other. And I just want you to kind of listen and try and figure out what you think the context is, what's happening in this dialogue. Don't worry too much about analyzing the sentence. Just try and pick out whatever you can from it. Okay? And then afterwards we will discuss it. So, we ready to hear it?
Yeah.
È mi pronto?
E mi pronto.
Oh.
Pronto.
Siamo pronti, siamo pronti.
Quando punes, ne treba više otkuširera, kada me poslan velotto, solo pranto companjani in minuto, mogu sam
No,
već
infatti.
Ti si arrompara una strezza, vinha tomare ti chiara ti otkuširera.
Oh, che licchio. Va bene. Perché non stai idea?
È giusto?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounded very Sicilian. I mean, sounded in the sense that the intonation was very Sicilian. The girl actually answered a few times with words that would work in Italian. Like, it basically used Italian a couple of times. She said va bene, she said infatti, that's Italian. I still couldn't understand the guy when he was speaking, yeah.
It's a little fast. Do you want to hear it again?
Please.
One time? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Please.
Quando punes, ne treba više otkuširera, kada me poslan velotto, solo pranto companjani in minuto, mogu sam
No,
već
infatti. Oh.
Ti si arrompara una strezza, vinha tomare ti chiara ti otkuširera.
Oh, che licchio. Va bene. Perché non stai idea?
È giusto?
Oh.
Okay. France, maybe
Nothing.
you could
Almost
start
nothing.
us off. What did you understand from this?
Yeah, let's see.
So they were talking about cousins, I think. They were talking about family in general, but especially about cousins, because I heard kusherin 2 times. And then the female voice said yes, kelij, which means you have law.
Really? Yeah, that I didn't understand from the girl. It was the only thing that I didn't understand.
In Albanian, which doesn't make sense. But those are the Albanian bits I got from the audio.
Uh-huh.
Fascinating.
And Roberto, did you get anything?
I didn't get anything.
I got I'm not sure because it wasn't easy.
Well, yeah, she said infatti. Yeah.
I heard the girl saying infatti,
Yeah.
I think, and the guy talking. I think I was trying to pick something up. I think he said something when he said lotto. Is it the vegetable area or not?
Yeah, it's not. No.
Oh, he means a vegetable garden, because l'orto in the east they remove the R. Lotto. I see why he would think that. I wouldn't say it that way in the west of Sicily, so I wouldn't recognize it. But I do get it. But no, he's saying that's not what it means. No.
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 We have orto for that one.
Yeah, sure. Shall we see it?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, here you go. Can you make it a bit bigger? Is it possible?
That's fine. That's fine.
No.
Oh, okay, fine, no problem. Okay, so
Man,
say
I didn't even recognize the word for Palermo, my own city. That's insane.
Epran, dopo nestra, natika veste jot kushirira, kagare me posten di lotto, se opran te accompagnarni minut. Manco se un nise.
Oh, manco, yeah, because it's like manco in Sicilian, which is like not even. So that one, yes. Then she says infatti. Palermo, I did not recognize. Oh, she said va bene. So that was I thought it was Italian because it sounded just like Italian. Well done, great. Sta idea, this idea, now that I see it.
Infatti, si ti in Palermo me thret, se o vinja, et te mar, et te kjere te jot kusherere. Che lik, va benisto, ma per quien sta idea? Nga giusto,
Number 5, I recognize it now. It's like, isn't it right? That's what that means. So now that I see it written, it's a little easier to connect it to Sicilian, yes. Una giusto, I would say.
So the yellow is the Sicilian bits and the white is the Albanian bits.
Yeah.
So maybe I give you a couple of minutes to look at it and let's just see if we can get the context a bit better.
Quando punes, non dico che kusherere. Cagare me possan dell'otto. Solo quanto compagnani in meno, come cosa vedi
infatti.
Te si arrompare il nostro so vinha te marra ti chiara ti kusherere.
Che lik, va bene. Perché sta idea?
Giusto?
Okay, do you want to have another go?
So all must be yes, but I do not recognize it.
France?
Because in Sicilian I would say se.
Actually, I can start guessing. So, epran means close to somewhere. Nestra means tomorrow, when you're going to see your cousin, I think. And then I'm lost for the rest of the sentence. Yeah.
And what a fascinating language. Could you imagine that? I can just drive 15 minutes from Palermo and hear this.
And then what about line 3?
Yeah, the third sentence, when you're arriving, I think in Palermo, call me, because then I can come and pick you up, and maybe bring you to your...
Yeah, it's a lot closer to Albanian. He's understanding like a lot more.
I don't understand the kieg.
Yeah, yes. Exactly.
And then the fourth sentence, kelich, which I mentioned, which the words make sense in Albanian, but this composition does not. So you have law, and then më pëlqen. So maybe më pëlqen. I like something.
Yeah.
This idea.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, yeah, exactly.
I like this idea.
Yeah. And then, Roberta, what can you get from it?
So now that I heard France, I understand that like he's talking about the day after tomorrow, dopodomani, right? Yeah. Dopodomani.
Oh, yeah, of course, because dopo is after. Yeah, cool.
And so,
nice.
Yeah, they're he's telling the lotto now, I understand he's talking about the 8 at the time, right, of the day. Actually, I'm not picking up.
Well, yeah, minute must be minute.
Easily on the first part of this after cousins. Also, cousins, we would say cuscini.
Yeah, cuscini, yeah.
So it's similar. Accompagnare, it's like to bring someone. So
yeah, to take someone somewhere.
To accompany someone to a place. So because manco, I understand manco. I'm not easily trying to find the context of the end of this sentence.
Yeah,
but then
secondo Tunisia means if it becomes too early.
Oh, okay. Then I understand that she is happy also with sentence number 4, that she's happy about the idea, that she likes the ideas.
Yes.
Because Palermo, it's Palermo. I kind of understood, like, is he talking about also like your mother and your cousins or not?
No, I didn't.
No.
Tamar is Albanian and France.
Okay,
I see where he's trying to, why he would think that, because tamadre would be your mother. So that's why he thought that could have been, but it's a false friend.
It is, yeah. So in the first line, so then the day after tomorrow, if you're going to go to your cousin, cagare, get down, go down.
I wouldn't recognize
that. Cagare, with the bus, me posten di lotto, with the bus at 8 o'clock. So then I will accompany you for a minute, as long as it doesn't get too early.
Yeah, as long as it's manco. I do recognize that.
And then she said, yes, in fact, yes.
It's normal, by the way, that I may be able to understand a little more than him, because Palermo is literally super close to Piana degli Albanesi, and so it's probably closer. The Sicilian they pick it up from Palermo rather than Taormina, or the East Messina is kind of completely opposite side, so it does make sense. Anyways, I don't want to watch the entirety of the video, so you guys have a reason to go check it out. We'll give him a like, really love it, and maybe in the next few days we can check the other video from the other channel that I was mentioning. But this was absolutely fascinating. I loved it. It was very, very difficult though. I don't understand much. I think an Albanian is in a much better position than a Sicilian in this case to understand more of what the heck is going on. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining Metatron's Academy. Ciao, ni vediamo.